Woodland.com.
This is Chicago's Morning Answer.
I have PTSD.
On AM 560.
I'll have what she's having.
The Answer.
Top of the morning, Dan and John Kass, Chicago Tribune columnist, in for Amy J. this morning. And John, I have a question for you.
Yes, Dan. What is the question?
Will you bend the knee? Will you bend the knee? Will you bend the knee to Megan Rapinoe, so you say? She, for everybody other than John Kass, she is a member of the U.S. women's soccer team.
One of the best soccer players in the world.
Mm-hmm. She did not join her teammates singing the national anthem before the team's opening match against Thailand, in which they won 13-0.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, U.S. women. I think the line was 12, if I'm not mistaken.
They shouldn't have done that.
They shouldn't have done what? Scored? It's sort of against soccer's
13-0
esprit de corps, right?
A little bit overkill.
Huh.
But they're upset with the men making more money than the women's team.
How much is there any revenue discrepancy in terms of the revenue the two teams generate?
I can't tell you because I don't follow that. I'm interested in the sport, Dan.
Oh, you're a purist.
And the possibilities of the human body and the expression that
sure.
Megan Rapinoe. Here's what I cannot stand about you, Dan.
Yeah.
I'm here to kick your butt
about
your hate of the Chicago Fire, my favorite team. And what do? You bring up Megan Rapinoe.
312-642-5600, 312-642-5600, turnkey.pro answer line, 64636DA, turnkey.pro text line. Don't let John fight this match like a soccer match, not able to use his hands. Please help him.
I don't need my hands to deal with you.
Please help him with things
okay?
what did you say? Things that you hate about me? Did you use the word hate? Did you commit a hate crime?
Hate has no home here except when you're pissing me off.
Things that you don't like about me, building on John Kass's statement. We'll take your calls on that. John, so with respect to Miss Rapinoe.
Let's go back to it, right.
Yeah, with respect to Miss Rapinoe. She...
Rapinoe.
Rapinoe, excuse me, potato. Rapinoe. She decided not to stand for the national anthem before the soccer match on Tuesday.
Yeah, she's done to me. She
called herself a quote-unquote walking protest to Trump's policy, said she views her decision to kneel during the anthem as an FU to his administration. Quote, I feel like it's kind of defiance in and of itself to just be who I am, because she's gay, that's what she's talking about. Wear the jersey and represent it. Because I'm as talented as I am, I get to be here. You don't get to tell me if I can be here or not. Was somebody trying to tell her she couldn't be here?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So it's kind of a good FU to any sort of inequality or bad sentiments that the Trump administration have towards people who don't look exactly like him. Nobody looks exactly like him. Okay. Which, God help us if we all look like him. Scary, really scary. Colin Kaepernick very much inspired me and inspired an entire nation and still does to actually think about these things.
What is the policy?
Wait, by the way, this constitutes thinking?
What is the Dan Proft prescription for people who take one little thing and twist it to destroy something greater than themselves? What do you call that, Dan? Because that's what you're doing with me. Okay? And it really bothers me.
So, John Kass, you have not answered the question, sir.
If we were loaded, I like in the middle of the night, I would drop you off at 87th and Escanaba and say, okay, man, your house is right there, and then leave you. That's what I feel like.
It's fine.
Right now.
I'd be fine.
Yeah, I know.
It would be absolutely fine.
Gary Cooper.
Is this a high noon? That's right.
Definitely.
That's right.
I'm here now.
I got a posse that's right behind me.
I didn't put you in the third paragraph of today's column in the Chicago Tribune as a hater of soccer just to deal with Megan Rapinoe. I'm sick of your whole act.
It's not an act. I really don't like soccer.
Wait,
hold on a second. In your column, am I above or below Nietzsche?
You're above. which out of respect.
You know
but
why?
Now, you know what? Now I have nothing to do with you. Nothing.
You know why? Because Nietzsche's wrong. God is not dead, but I'm right. Soccer is, or it's for the dead.
It's something that it's nice to be glib.
I just
the glib little chipmunks that they just cheep and chatter away, sitting on the tree on your gutter, and they just chip.
Can I
chip,
just
chip.
make it? Can I make two substantive points? Here's my criticism of soccer. One, you can't use your hands.
Yeah, it's harder that way.
Two, if you remove the goals, it wouldn't materially change the game.
40-yard passes with your feet and catching it with your feet. Let's see you do it. Number one. Number two, you know what? There was an NFL game a few years ago. It was like 56-49 in the playoffs, something like that.
Uh-huh.
Pardon me?
And?
Hello?
What?
What are you doing? You're taking care of the bookies here? This is all about a bookie thing. Come on with the...
Because you're upset because nobody wants to bet on soccer?
No, it's like people do.
Oh.
People do. The world does. I'm not... It's like, listen, talking to you about this is like trying to explain to AOC why the free market is important. You're locked into your anger. Release it.
I'm just trying to ask
release it and understand that the Chicago Fire. Look, it's bad enough being a conservative columnist in this town. You know how tough that is, my friend.
No, I don't know what it's
Where
like
it's
to be a
lonely.
conservative in this town.
I'm a lonely person in the media. Oh, maybe you are too, but this is all about me. And the second thing,
yeah,
when you're lonely, I have to have just
Are you
Bernie bro friends. I can't have support from the conservative people.
Yeah.
You know, I mean the soccer is a great game, and I think you should give it one more try. Actually, should I bring 591 whatever the number is?
591.
Should I take Dan Proft to a soccer game? Yes or no? Chicago Fire.
You're going to have to take me in your trunk tied up, but
That can be arranged.
I know it can. 312-642-5600, turnkey.pro answer line. I still, I just have to note, because you're not going to get away with this. I know
Have you watched an NFL
you're not,
game?
you can
after
talk over me. You're not going to get away with it. You're not going to get away with not answering the question.
Which is?
I'm a little suspect of you because you have the same haircut as Megan Rapinoe.
My hair's nicer.
So
It's softer.
what is the answer to
use
the
less
question?
product.
Will you bend the knee, Sir John Kass,
That's spelled S-E-R. and
to Megan Rapinoe /Rapinoe?
I bend the knee to no man.
Yeah. Or woman. Yeah. All right. What do you think about? Is she gonna get is a soccer player gonna get a Mutsa of the month for her?
I think it would be a waste with all the stuff going on in Springfield with Pritzker holding the pen up in the air and laughing.
Nobody cares about that. They care about
Plus, have you seen?
athletes.
Have you watched
They care about
NFL?
sports. They don't care about politics.
Remember the whole kneeling thing that we went through in football?
I know that's what inspired her.
Have you watched an NFL game since then? Yes, you have.
Yeah.
Reconcile this, high priest of ethics.
I'm sorry, Colin Kaepernick was never heard from again, at least in a uniform.
Yeah, but you've watched teams that have knelt before the national anthem.
Yeah.
How do you reconcile? Because you like football. That's why. Damn it.
Mark at Ashburn, you're on Chicago's Morning
Here
Answer.
we go.
Good morning, guys. Dan, I'm going to come to your defense.
Thank you
I'm
so
a
much.
lifelong Chicagoan, and I've been following all kinds of sports my whole life. And when the World Cup was here back in the early 90s down at Soldier Field, I decided I'm going to give soccer a try. 6 billion people in the world can't be wrong. Well, you know something? American exceptionalism won out. Soccer sucks. I was falling asleep during the 7 or 8 matches that I watched. It was unbelievably boring, and it proved the one thing. We Americans know how to play sports.
Yeah, Mark.
Everybody else is boring.
Now get out of the car and make some arrests, Mark.
Thanks for the
Okay?
call, Mark.
Make some arrests.
And by the way,
Kim Fox needs you to keep working.
to Mark's point,
What?
it's also proof that 6 billion people can be wrong. In fact, the majority's wrong all the time.
It's glib, but I'm just telling you people,
Mm-hmm.
my friends out there, not the Dan Proft posse,
Mm-hmm.
but my friends, the people that love me, understand what it's like for me. I need your support, man, against him. Come on.
You know, you want to talk about an athlete
Because you know what?
and
You
a
know how
sport that you
great-
should be paying attention
Yeah,
to?
Basti Schweinsteiger, one of the greatest soccer players in history. The mind, the body.
That sounds like a Mel Brooks character, Basti Schweinsteiger.
Are you going to make fun of Basti now?
I don't know who
You're
that is.
pathetic. You have no.
Was he a
that's
contemporary
pathetic.
of Pele? Diego Maradona? I don't know. I mean, I know like 5 soccer
God,
players.
is that pathetic?
Hey, look, here's who you should be paying
Flaunt
attention
your
to.
illiteracy.
You should be paying attention to baseball, a great American sport. Abner Doubleday.
America.
You should be paying attention to basketball, except the NBA, because that's nothing what Dr. James Naismith had in mind. But listen, Clayton Kershaw,
Yeah.
thePlayersTribune.com, right, one of the
did he
great
say?
pictures of this generation, talking about Father's Day, talking about being a dad, most important thing in his life. He writes, I've been on a nice little streak as the father of 2 young kiddos. No major catastrophes or meltdowns for a few days. Lots of good hugs. All my silly jokes were getting big laughs. I felt like I could do anything like I was super dad. Then he had a little incident in the grocery store with the kid. I mean, this is a guy who signed like a $250 million contract. And
Would he spank his kid in front of for Jello boxes or something, or juice boxes?
no, but he did not.
Like, Daddy, I want those.
He writes, Kershaw, being a dad is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. My children have changed my life for the better in so many ways. Before Callie and Charlie arrived as kids, if I'm being completely honest, I have to say I didn't know how it was all going to work out. I was worried. Baseball is not all-encompassing. I knew that our sport wasn't something that's particularly conducive to families, but and he was nervous about it all. And he talked about, he talks about this, and he talks about how he and his wife figured out, and it has been absolutely great, beyond great, really. In fact, I truly believe that it's actually been a massive positive for me to have my kids while in the middle of my baseball career, because it's allowed me to put everything in perspective.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because really, there's nothing more important to my life, and I think every other dad, every other man who's been lucky enough and blessed to be a dad, than the love of your children and your wife.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, there's nothing.
Happy
that's it.
Father's Day, John Cass. All right, now that we've had that nice moment
Thank
pass,
you.
let's get back to attacking
we-
soccer.
Can I kick you now in your special purposes?
Rick in Downers Grove.
Hey, how you guys doing? Hey, Dan, you're a smart guy, and I was wondering, I was in a casino, playing some cards, and I was watching the TV, and there was a sports channel on there, and they were playing sports highlights of, baseball, the hockey playoffs, the basketball playoffs, and then they threw a soccer thing in there, and I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Because as we know, soccer's not a sport. It's an activity, like tying your shoe, washing your car. It's something you do, but it's not a sport. So maybe you can answer, why would they put that in with sport highlights?
Thanks for the call, Rick. It's a great question. I have no idea.
What was that guy's name?
Rick in Downers Grove.
Rick in Downers Grove. When you take your V6 Mustang to the Downers Grove car show, can you please wash it with your feet before you show up? Okay, on Friday nights, because I'd really like to see that with your feet.
George in Moni, you're on Chicago's Morning Answer.
Hey, Dan, I was just wondering, will Third World Friday be a regular feature now?
Thanks, George. Thanks, George.
That's it. This is the typical thing of the bully.
I tried to bring
the bully brings.
Hey,
the bull. This is
Look.
like back. I'm back in high school now, and so there's the semi-literate linebacker.
we didn't even have soccer as a sport at the high school I went to, because it's not a sport; it's a calisthenic.
Yeah.
But look,
'Cause you guys are so bad.
everybody heard.
Benedictine.
Everybody heard
Bennett.
to Georgia Money. Everybody heard me try to bring John Cass back to the first world, and a discussion of Clayton Kershaw and baseball. He wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it.
I did. I like baseball.
All right.
And when I want to go to sleep, I turn it on because nobody can make it through a whole game anymore.
That's-
Come on, you
that's
know
absurd.
this. It's not absurd.
No, that's not
It's
true at all.
worth it in October and September. It's worth it. And now, I guess
I'm gonna go watch the White Sox and Yankees this weekend. It'll be riveting, every pitch, every inning.
they won yesterday.
Giolito versus Sabathia
I
tonight.
didn't watch that.
Are you kidding?
How fat is Sabathia anyway?
Hey,
My God.
he's in his late 30s. Everything starts to go. John in Bridgeport, you're on Chicago's Morning Answer.
Dan, don't you dare get in that car. About the only good thing that'll come out of that going down there to Harlem is you can stop at Weber's on Archer. Other than that, it's a waste of time.
Hey, John.
Let me tell you
John,
something,
John,
okay? Let me tell you something, Mr. Soccer
Wait,
Freak,
before
okay?
you go, I want to hear it, but I just want to tell you that I'm going to send a car for Dan. I'm going to take him to Chinatown for spaghetti dinner. I'm going to send a car to him around 11:30, okay? So if you see him falling out of the car, you know why.
Yeah. All right, John.
John,
And
what?
don't forget, let me tell you, okay? What other sport in the world, John, okay, where you could fail 7 out of 10 times and be considered great? There's no other sport in the world where you could fail that many times and be great. 300 hitter, you're in the Hall of Fame, okay? Case closed. And don't forget Velika Gospa this year.
Yeah, I cook lamb for the guy, and
Thanks,
the Croatian dumps on me now. Wait, didn't I sweat in that? There's like 70 lambs in a little room being roasted. You know how hot that is? It is hot.
Sounds hot.
For the
Sounds messy, too.
It's the Croatian holiday. It's actually a Christian holiday, the Assumption of the Virgin.
Yeah, sure.
On August 15th. We have it, too.
There's some things that
Panagiotis.
not even a properly cooked lamb can overcome.
You know what? The thing about soccer is Bernie Bros and conservatives, we're all together. We're ecumenical, baby. You understand?
Bernie Bros and
Conservatives?
around
Bernie
soccer.
Bros, right.
That's something that we need.
We can all be
That's
friends.
the unifying
principle.
That's
Right.
what's going to bring this country
Exactly.
together.
And
Soccer.
you know what? I just need you to get one of your rich Republican friends to buy the team so we could get some strikers who can actually put the ball in the net, and everything would be good.
The last part of what you said, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Halfback passes to the center. Back to the wing. Back to the center. Center holds it. Holds it. Holds it.
Halfback passes to center, back to wing, back to center. Center holds it, holds it, holds it.
You've made the switch, and it feels so good. You've switched to Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
The Lou Dobbs Financial Report is brought to you by Signature.